Praise the Lord, brothers and sisters. I can't sleep because I remember what I saw. And um, I meant to tell you I didn't have enough minutes. Well, yeah, enough minutes. So I didn't really, get all into it. Now, Jesus had a red robe. You know what kings wear? They have like a red robe, but it got a little white and black and stuff like that. That's what he had on. And he was sitting in a gold throne. He was sitting right there. And the angels were walking past and coming, like I said, like they were tending to him. And he reached over and looked at me and smiled. And I could have sworn I heard him say, "What do you think about this?" Now, I was bragging on him all day long. And I was defending his name. And I was telling some people about just because the words don't come out right all the time does not mean that I'm wrong. I got angry. No, I didn't say not one cuss word. And that's a miracle for me. It's been like this for a while. The Lord have gotten on me. I didn't feel condemned, but I felt corrected. So he's helping me. He's helped me through that. But he heard me saying how beautiful and big and powerful. Y'all know the story that I told y'all when I saw Jesus. Well, I was telling other people that. And I could feel him like looking at me. Like, we all know Jesus is real. We all know he's with us. But sometimes you feel him more than others. It's an intense knowing. Okay? I can't explain it. You already know. But it's intense. It's like you know that you know that you know. And then it's oh God, I can't explain it. And then I saw him earlier before that. I was crying about something. I forget what it was. See, I can't even remember what I was crying about. But I was crying. And I said, Lord, this is a lot of work out here. And I was crying. Yeah, I was crying because the guy is a Muslim. And I was trying to tell him that, we were shut in. We didn't have all these computers or nothing like that. So if they had looked up Muhammad, if we had the things we have now, they would realize that Muhammad is Arab. Africans all the time. Africans all the time. They keep running into people that's not even them. I'm not saying that they supposed to pick black people or African peoples. No. But if you so much into your race and you see some guy that's not even in your race, he's Arab, he's not even black, and you're going to look at him as a god, but now they draw a white picture of Jesus and y'all don't want to serve him, and he's real. He comes in different forms, and this is what a lot of people don't understand. Even in John, when Jesus had resurrected, and it was Peter and it was John. Even when that happened, all right, Jesus appeared in a different form. He's God. I mean, he made all of our bodies and everything, right? Why can't he make another different one for himself? He's very powerful. And then when they came and when they realized it was him, and when they came to shore, Jesus was cooking bread and like a little fish, like broiled fish. He was cooking that on a charcoal fire. And let me tell y'all something. They recognized him not by the way he looked, but they knew it was him. And they said they would not dare ask him, was that him? They knew it was him. And Jesus used to get mad. It's like when you are trying to teach somebody and you get frustrated. You say, how long must I be with you? How long must I put up with you? And then they ask like other questions and he said, are you being dull? So if they had said, okay, we know it's you, but it's you, right? He'd have got angry and they knew. They knew he'd have got angry. And said, so I didn't resurrect it and y'all don't know this is me. He started I'm telling them, like basically how they was gonna go out and spread his name and all this other stuff. But he did not come into his natural form. Now, so I don't know. There is a lot of people, they so much into color. And America was the dumbest country in the world. They was hating people for their color. But the devil starts trouble. And if your mind is weak and you're in power, he will use you. And it's a shame and it's sad that people's all into colors. The whole world is irritating. Because we all came from Adam. And then, after that happened with Noah, he started the earth again. So we all came from Adam and then Noah. But we originated from Adam. But after the flood and everything, it was just him and 7 people. So, why can't people look at that? Because the devil is not about common sense. He's about complications because he's trying to convince you of his lie. The word of God is simple. And then I dreamt about the rapture too. This was an all-day thing. I couldn't sit up, Harley. I dreamt about the rapture. And it was real bright sunny, only I was not squinting my eyes. We were already there. We were snatched away. It was like, and I'm always thinking it might be that way with me. I was going to the store. And all of a sudden, like I tell y'all, in another time, in another place, people were laughing. You could hear kids and people laughing all at once. And it was sunny. And he told me, don't be afraid. I'm coming quickly. Hold that which you have, that no one may take your crown. Yup. I heard him talking. I didn't see him like when I was raptured, but I heard him. And then he knows that sometimes we get discouraged about the rapture. And I'm a firm believer in the rapture. And if I'm a firm believer, okay, I was convinced. And the Lord started showing me things that we would read past. And he started showing me different things. And if God raptured, what is his name? Enoch. He could rapture us. He can rapture millions of people and everything. He can, even with your wildest thought, God has, you can't even get to a toe, a baby toe of God's. With the imagination. And guess what? You can imagine and let it soar. He said, according to your faith be it unto you. So, just know that you are not crazy. I don't care. If you're around people that make you feel like you crazy, okay, ask the Lord, even if it's hard, Lord, can you please help me to get away from this person? Or if you're living with that person, Lord, please help me to ignore that. That's a big event, y'all. The rapture's coming. And it's coming any day, and all the signs and everything. The devil is trying to cram people with this worldly knowledge, this lies. He's trying to cram that in people's heads so they be so busy that when he comes, they're caught at unawares. They're not aware. He said they're going to be marrying and giving into marriage up until the day that he comes. Up until the day that he comes. Y'all remember Noah. And the Lord was telling me about Noah. It was 120 years that he was telling people the flood was coming. Of course, they wasn't listening. They was thinking about their careers, back then, and they wasn't listening to him. And they did not know until the flood was up on them and swept them all away. Now, a lot of people have told me this about the rapture too. We know that in a tribulation, there's going to be no food growing. The Lord's going to literally have to feed people like he did Noah and them. No, Moses and them, and the Israelites in the desert. He was trying to show them it doesn't matter where you at. I'm God. I can do anything. He's saying that I can do anything. And he gave them water. They just was worldly. And they had the slave mentality. God wanted them to rest on a Sabbath. They couldn't do that. He said, don't take no, he said, well, you got to take extra food. He said, you have to take extra food on Saturday. Just say it was Saturday. He said, because you can't work the next day. They took more than what they supposed to have. And Moses got real mad at them. And when people talk about God, he hears them. He hears what they're saying. And the lady that I was telling you about, I got so upset. I told her, he hears you. He do. He has feelings too. And you got to understand that God is a merciful and sweet God. But when God throws a person in hell, that is because there was no hope for that person. Because God knows that some people is going to hell and he will still give them a chance. That's just the way he is. He's a sweet God. He's real sweet. And I be looking at Jesus like when I saw him, I was saying Jesus looked like he was GQing it. The only thing he wasn't on a knee, he was sitting back like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, they're in authority. Nobody ever told us about him like that when we were little. We heard stories and I gathered them up. I didn't know he had a personality, and I was telling him before. I said, well, I didn't see you looking like that. Like, no, Jesus of Nazareth, I thought you didn't care the way you dressed. He said, I really didn't. He said, because I had a mission. I didn't have time for that. And now that he is in his glorified body and everything, he dresses nice. He do. He dresses nice. And, royalty. You should have saw that big crown he had on his head. And he was laughing because I was like about to doze off, and bam, I just saw him just sitting there. And then the angels was going around him. Yes, everything is true. They were descending and ascending on the Son of Man. And it's true. They literally do that. When you see visions like that, oh my God. Sometimes it just look like he just takes my spirit and puts me somewhere. He wants me to tell y'all. He knows a lot of y'all want to know this about him. He has a real cool personality. What person do you know that's not cool if they give their life for you? All that hell that he went through. I have it on my Google Plus. He looked like a pile of blood standing there. He's cool. He's cool. Even if you're corny, he will blend in with you with that and talk the way you talk. They love us. They do. I used to say, oh my God, God himself came through a human, and he was walking among us. Oh my God. And he's still checking up on us too. Don't let nobody say, oh Jesus, you ain't see Jesus because he's coming back once again. You didn't see him. Yes, I do see him plain as day. No, he didn't land over here yet. But he's walking around doing his work, saving souls. So y'all just rejoice. He's on his throne. And he's just sitting there like, what? He's ready to get us. I love y'all. It's 15 minutes now, so seconds. I love y'all, and God be with y'all. Bye-bye.